Wiggins. Ruin Wiggling for sure. He just doing what he has to do, trying to psych himself out for the fight and things like that. But it's all about skill versus skill, and who has the better skill that night is going to be the victorious person.
How many rematches have you fought?
0.
What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again?
Whew, that's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder if that didn't give me the win. And I have room. I definitely have room.
How many rematches have you fought? 0. What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again? It's a good question. It is going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder if that didn't give me the win. And I definitely have, I'm not going to lie. I haven't. Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach are back at it again after Gervonta Davis fired shots at Lamont Roach for how he was training for their rematch. The pair seem to have so much bad blood between them that just any issue at all can make them disagree. Gervonta Davis had earlier responded to a tweet of Lamont Roach training and tweeted, "See how he trains. You're fighting me and you train like that?" Wasn't exactly clear what was wrong with Lamont Roach's training, but Tank Davis soon shed light on his comments by talking about it on live. "I told y'all I caused the first fight. This guy is too slow and too boring to beat me. I messed it up myself. If you've seen how he trains, you'll see he's not fast, not technical. He's just a good basic fighter." Surprisingly, this caused some division among fans who shared their sentiment on Tank's comments. While some felt Lamont Roach was truly a basic fighter, others supported Tank and even tipped him to expose Roach on fight night.
So the Reaper, Lamont Roach Jr. is back in training for the big rematch with Gervonta Davis. I'm really excited.
So the Reaper, Lamont Roach Jr. is back in training for the big rematch with Gervonta Davis. I'm really excited. Goddamn. Yeah, Lamont Roach isn't so skilled or special. He was just lucky in the first fight. He happened to do everything right that night, and it just so happened that he met a Gervonta Davis that was disconnected from the sports, a fan wrote. Another added, "Lamont Roach is going to knock you out for saying this trash. What's your business with how your opponent trains? These distractions will only give you another L." A third continued, "Lamont is no basic fighter. You'd have won that fight if it was any of your former opponents. He's good to have gotten a draw against you. Don't make it seem like you were bad on the night and he's average. He's very good too."
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears?
100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night. I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever the case may be. He's a hell of a fighter. Hell of an IQ, great punching power, good speed, and really good boxing ability. A lot of people underrate that. Don't think because of what I did, y'all think y'all can just go in there and think y'all can have the same night, you know what I'm saying, or do the same.
The pair have fought twice as amateurs, and this will be their second fight as professionals. Lamont Roach complained about their amateur encounters that he was cheated in at least one of the two fights. Well, the pattern repeated itself in their first fight as professionals, and there's the pain of defeat. Well, in this instance, the pain of a draw that'll be carried by Lamont Roach into their rematch.
He still will go upside your head and crack you, and you know what I'm saying, you might end up on the floor. Everybody not built the same, and that's what people get it messed up. He did a whole lot of things that was good in that fight, a whole lot. And I'm telling you right now, if he wasn't as good of a fighter as he was, that would have been, you know what I'm saying? I would have steamrolled. Don't get that misconstrued. He's still the guy he is. Just ran into a guy that's on the...
Tank has never drawn a fight, nor has he ever fought a rematch. And as much as fans feel he's going to get into beat mode ahead of the rematch, there's really no exact prediction as to how he responds to this. It could really be that big fight for Tank, and it could get really, really bad for him too. It comes as a huge surprise to boxing fans that the fight that was once perceived as a mismatch is now worthy of a rematch and has become one big fight that the entire boxing community is looking forward to.
Now he is going up in weight class for this fight. Do you feel like that's going to be a disadvantage for him?
No, I think low key, I think he's still like probably a little bigger than me. So as far as like size wise and height, so I think that it wouldn't really matter because I'm actually a small guy and I'm not somebody that's coming down from like a heavy weight class. Like the most I probably weighed this or the last couple cats was like 150. So I don't think that that play a major part.
Interestingly, both fighters know what this rematch means to their respective careers, and they both returned to the gym immediately after the rematch was announced. For Roach, the fight represents a second opportunity to solidify his position as a remarkable fighter in the lightweight division, whose name needs to make the list of top guns like Gervonta, Shocker Stevenson, Vasily Lomachenko, and Keshin Davis.
Support you've gotten, man, the people that have been behind you, what are your thoughts on it? It seems like almost universally people, A, thought you fought an amazing fight, and B, thought you won it and it got taken from you. What has that outpouring meant to you as a fighter?
It meant a lot to me, man. The core boxing fans and even the spectators across the world, man, just it shows their support. It shows that everyone saw what happened that night. Everyone saw the true outcome.
The rematch comes after their first fight ended in a disputed decision, with many questioning the officiating. Davis's camp, despite escaping with a draw, has been vocal about their discontent with the result. While Roach's team believes he was robbed of a potential victory round,
They gotta, they stay focused on the task. So, once you in the ring, it's like no turning back. And you definitely don't want to get caught and be embarrassed. So you gotta stay sharp at all times while you're inside that ring.
I know that's right. Talking about staying sharp, is there anything that changed in your regimen to prepare for this fight with Roach?
I'm training in DC. I haven't trained up here in probably like a couple camps, let's say 2 or 3.
the controversy surrounding their first bout has only added fuel to the fire, making their rematch all the more compelling. Their upcoming fight was initially scheduled for June 21st, but has been delayed to late summer or early fall, allowing Davis more preparation time. Despite the delay, both fighters are gearing up for what promises to be an epic battle for pride, legacy, and the lightweight title. Fans and fighters alike are reacting to the press conference drama, with many praising the intensity and anticipation building around the fight. A fan commented, "What impressed me is that Gervonta has finally found his match. He's now short of intimidation tactics to use against Roach, as violence is the next option. What an embarrassment to the sport of boxing."
Mates, man, I'm here with the legendary, you already know, Tank. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, getting ready. We almost there, so feeling great.
So Roach is known for a lot of his counter punches. How do you feel you're going to be breaking down that defense in the ring? I told you I like boxing.
I'm loving this drama between Lamont Roach and Gervonta. It's really up for Fight of the Year award. The tension at the press conference was electric. "I'm definitely tuning in for their rematch," a fan said. Another added, "It's going to be a war, a crazy one. Davis needs to prove himself again after that close call last time. I'm hyped to see how these two will clash in the ring. I hope Lamont wins this clash." A third wrote, "Gervonta is going to shut Lamont Roach down. Roach thinks he can outbox Davis, but he's got another thing coming. Davis's power is unmatched, and he's going to prove why he's the champ. Roach might have some skills, but he's no match for Tank's ferocity. Davis is going to come out on top, no question. The first round knockout out, but trying."
What y'all say? What round one? When they start talking, when the people that who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get them. I'm gonna beat his y'all talking. Y'all better be quiet. All that. Like, I'm good. whatever y'all. Mother, he can't talk nothing over you. Not at all. Not at all. Never. Nothing's gonna get fucked up over here. What do I look like getting fucked up?
Another fan commented, Lamont Roach Jr. is a beast. He gave Davis a run for his money last time, and I'm confident he can do it again. Roach's speed and agility will give Davis fits, and I think he might just pull off the upset. Davis is underestimating Roach at his own peril. Roach is going to prove he's better. The stage is set for an unforgettable showdown between two talented boxers, each determined to prove their worth. With Davis's formidable power and Roach's time, the stage is set for an electrifying clash that will leave only one champion standing. As Davis and Roach continue to exchange verbal blows, the question on everyone's mind is who will emerge victorious in the rematch. And Frank Martin, who was Gervonta Davis's last opponent, had something crazy to say about the winner.
This me and you, folks. Frank. This me and you, folks. Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna treat you on the spot. They gonna treat you on the spot, so don't worry about them.
So you said, Roach, what round would you ideally like to get him out of there?
Shit, I mean, everybody won the first round knockout, but shit, I'm trying to knock anybody out.
Forgive Frank Martin for being a bit chippy about Gervonta Davis's underwhelming performance against Lamont Roach. Martin fought Davis in June 2024, running up against arguably the best version of Tank to grace the boxing ring yet. Martin landed his desired offense in the first 3 rounds as Davis made his customarily slow start. Then Davis began walking Martin down with ruthless impunity, stalking him across the ring and into corners. In the 8th round, Davis clubbed Martin with a left uppercut against the ropes that he didn't see, leaving Martin out on his feet frozen and glassy-eyed. Another clean left hand sent him sprawling to the floor for the count.
First round knockout, but I'm trying to knock anybody out. I don't care if it was him, if it was anybody else. I'm trying to knock everybody out.
Hey, we're gonna knock him out the first round.
You know what it is, bro. Come on. Everybody in this room right now know what's going on. Come on, stop. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know how I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. So stop it. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. Bullshit ain't never been done.
But Davis had a sterner test against Roach this March. Roach counted his counters, took his shots, and even backed up the World Boxing Association lightweight title holder. Roach earned a draw with the majority of viewers thinking he deserved the nod. Martin believes the closer fight was due to Davis underperforming as well as Roach having the night of his life. Roach came out and fought his best fight that he could possibly fight. Martin told Ron Goodall of Fight Hype he came in with his game. I feel like Tank fought that fight not fully trying to get off. He fought him more relaxed and chill instead of trying to get him up out of there. I think that he thought the fight may have been easier than it was.
Want to compete with Roach, but what did you think about that fight? Like, did you think it was competitive?
Yeah, I think it was competitive. I feel like with them having I feel like the relationship that they got or they had, you know, as far as coming up together and kind of knowing the same people, working with the same people, it kind of was more of the fight was more of like I feel like so Roach came out.
The biggest source of controversy in the fight was Davis taking a knee in round 9 after taking a jab to the face from Roach. Davis raced to his corner where a trainer wiped his face with a towel. After the fight, Davis said his eyes were stinging from hair grease running into them. Referee Steve Willis began counting as is standard when a fighter takes a knee, but did not call a knockdown or disqualify Davis for receiving corner assistance mid-round. Martin alleged that Davis was the beneficiary of a side bias. It was a close fight, he told Goodall. I feel like the draw was cool, but with him taking a knee, like I say, Tank knows they're going to give it to their man. They're going to give it to the guy who brings it all the money.
Best fight that he could possibly fight, right? Against Tank. He came out with his A game, boom. And I feel like Tank came in that fight, not underestimating Roach, but more like we got history. I know what he liked, both of them basically. But Roach gonna automatically have more of a little spark because he tried to get that spot. And Tank probably just like, I know you. I'm gonna do what I want to do to you. I'm gonna do what I've done to you. Because I know they fought prior. The fights might have been close or whatever, but.
Fight Roach, and he took a subtle jab at Roach's well-publicized celebration tour following the fight, which may have been a moral victory, but was not an actual victory. I'm willing to fight him for sure with his big head, Martin said. Gervonta Davis's rival, Rolando Raleigh Romero, believes the same man who handed him the first defeat of his career will beat Lamont Roach in their second fight. I take Tank, Romero said of a Davis-Roach rematch, because I think Tank will make the necessary adjustments.